guys, welcome to day 2 of the SOS free challenge. I am in my kitchen. It is 4:10 and I am making food to take with me for the day. I'm actually done making food for the day, so I thought I would show you what I was going to take with me today. So in this container I have plain white rice on the bottom, a layer of corn, and on the top what you can see are the beans that I made yesterday, and they have a layer of onion powder and garlic powder on the top. They actually were pretty good. Definitely could use some salt. I mean, I won't lie, they definitely could use some salt. I put a little bit of salt on the boys' beans when they were eating them last night for supper, and that really spiffed them up according to them. They thought they tasted a lot better that way. So that's okay. That's what this is all about, getting used to eating things that are SOS free. So there's that, and that's my main thing. This looks like a yellow apple or a green apple, right? Okay, it is called a ginger gold, I believe is what it's called. I'm not sure what it's a cross between, but maybe a yellow and a green apple. I'm not actually sure. These are awesome. If you guys see these, sometimes ginger gold, highly recommend them. They're super sweet, very delicious. They taste wonderful. I've already made my salad for the day, and so it's a normal layered salad. Isn't that pretty? So lettuce, a little bit of rice. There's some, let's see, can you see maybe you can see the little sprouts in there? Not quite sure. Anyway, there's some cabbage in there, and there's some corn in there, and there's some cucumbers in there, and then you do it again. Isn't that super, super pretty? So there's the rice and the corn. Okay, so this is my version of like the awesomest salad ever. Look at the size of my head. You eat a salad the size of your head every day, guys. That's what you're supposed to do. Salad. However, I know there are some people that probably are like, ugh, salad with no salad dressing, that's gross. So I thought I would show you, I don't eat salad with salad dressing anymore. I just don't need to. I love the way salad tastes. I love the crunch and the freshness and the coldness, and I just don't need salad dressing at all. But when we were first transitioning over, we definitely were using salad dressing, and my one daughter, I have one daughter that doesn't use salad dressing at all, one that still does, but we've got her over using a vinegar now, and she absolutely loves it. As you can tell by the fact that this bottle is mostly empty, it's a fairly good sized bottle. I would highly recommend you guys look into the olive tap. And this one, the Granny Smith apple, you would think that being Granny Smith apple, that it would be sour. It's not. This stuff is super, super sweet. And it is vinegar, but as you could see, it is very thick. I don't know, does that look thick to you? It is really thick. And they sell these little stopper guys that go in the top, and you just could put it over your salad very easily. It's like a vinaigrette, but it's sweet. It goes wonderfully on a salad. Highly recommend the Granny Smith apple if you want something sweet. Another one that goes really well in our house is it's the strawberry white. It's just infused with strawberry. Again, it's really thick. I don't know, maybe it doesn't really look thick to you, but it is really thick, I promise. It's just a balsamic vinegar. So it's a balsamic vinegar infused with the flavor of the other things. There's nothing else in here but vinegar. Grape must, wine vinegar. The natural flavoring comes from the fruit or vegetables that are, I mean, it's the same label on all of them. So those are the two that we use the most often. We do have one in the refrigerator that's called cucumber melon, I think, and it's good too. It's just not as good as the other two. And then if you wanted something that was more tart, they have on each of theirs they have a chart, and it's got like, I think it's got circles that are filled in maybe, but anyways, it's got a tartness meter on it. And so that's how we ended up buying, because the first one that I bought it several times, was sour apple, but it said it was super sweet, so I was like, okay, we'll give it a try. And then they stopped making that or stopped having that, I'm not actually sure, but this Granny Smith apple tastes exactly the same, so maybe they just renamed it, I don't know. So yeah, it's really good. Highly recommend that if you're looking for something just wet to put on your salad and you want it to be somewhat sweet. Those two are super delicious. They're not cheap, but it's going to take you a while to use them. I would highly recommend you purchase the top that goes in it though. Pouring these out of the container is not easy if you don't have the little spigot that goes all over your salad, for real. So that's that. I've got a salad, and I've got my rice dish, and I've got an apple. I have not eaten yet this morning, although I've been up for several hours. I think I'm going to make it's called a mint chocolate smoothie, and it will have some unsweetened soy milk in it, water and ice, a whole bunch of spinach, some dates, 1 banana, hi kitty, a tablespoon of cocoa powder, like 1/4 of a teaspoon or maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon of peppermint extract, which I was thinking I could probably get some of the little dried peppermint, they're not leaves, but dried peppermint spice, whatever it is, at the store. They've got in little boxes and stuff. I could probably just use that rather than using the extract that has the alcohol in it, because technically, if you think about it, I suppose alcohol is just sugar. I mean, it really is, it's just a sugar molecule, so maybe I should be avoiding that. I'll think about that. So that I'm probably going to make that before I leave here for work, and yeah, that'll be my day. I noticed something yesterday when I was, after I was done videoing and stuff for the day, that I didn't tell you guys how much I'm starting this challenge at. I didn't tell you how much I weigh. So that's either I purposely didn't because I really didn't want to tell you, or I just totally forgot. I'm not really sure which is the case, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna fess up now. So I had been off my last rice challenge for about a week and a half, and I had spaghetti, like mass quantities of it. I had avocado like every couple days. I had peanut butter. I had, one day I had the vegan chips, like not a big bag of chips, but chips. And just in general, I think I overate because I just had a wider variety of food that I could eat. So to be honest with you, if I had stayed on the rice diet, that would have been fine. But I'm not one of those people that does moderation well. So I'm kind of an all or nothing kind of girl. So give me an inch, I take a mile, is how that saying goes, I think. So anyway, I ended up losing or gaining some of the weight that I had lost back. So when I weighed myself yesterday, did I weigh myself yesterday? Yeah, I weighed myself yesterday. I was at 166.0. So, okay, excuse me. So I gained about 2.5 pounds of the 3 pounds that I lost back, which is kind of unfortunate, but not a big surprise because I really feel like I was overeating. So I'm really looking forward to this challenge, to be honest with you. I'm one of those people that does really well with instructions and directions and straightforwardness, and it works out really well for me. So I think that I will, oh my gosh, my nose itches, guys. I don't know what's going on outside, but okay. So anyway, that's my confession. I have gained 2.5 pounds back. I fully intend to lose them again, but hopefully it doesn't take me an entire month, because that would be really sad. That would really kind of stink, because you can gain weight in like a week and it takes you a month to lose it. That sucks. But anyways, so I'm gonna finish putting my lunch together. I'm going to pack up my stuff, get myself ready to go, leave here at about 5. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Well, hello guys. My day is about over. I have left work. I'm driving home now. Actually, I've just left work, so got probably about an hour and 15 minutes ahead of me, maybe an hour and 20, depending upon how bad traffic is once I get a little further south. I did get to work, and I had, so this morning before I left the house, I did make a mint smoothie, and it was so good. Oh my goodness. But when I made it, I was like, you know, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to make this a little bit less calorie laden, because it's got a lot of calories in it. So I stopped at the grocery store quick this morning and picked up, well, I bought a bag of salad for one of the girls that I work with. I do tend to do that for her on Wednesdays or Thursdays when I drive up. And then I bought some almond powder. So I couldn't find a peanut butter powder that didn't have junk in it, except for one by Jif, which I found kind of sketchy. I mean, there were like all these organic ones there, and they had salt or cane sugar or something in them, and then one by Jif that didn't. And I was like, yeah, I don't know about that. So anyways, so I decided to get an almond powder, which is just almonds, and I thought that I would try to make it and see what it tastes like versus, I also bought a container of almond milk that has 30 calories per cup. And then if you use 1 tablespoon of the almond powder, it's not butter, almond powder, 1 tablespoon would give you 25 calories. So I thought if I could reduce the amount of calories and still have that nice creamy texture of a milk, that would be really good in a smoothie. So that is what I'm going to try. Maybe not tomorrow. Man, that sun is really harsh. Anyways, let's do that at least. But anyway, so I bought that this morning. The thing I don't like about the almond milk is that even though it's unsweetened, it still has like all this junk in it, and I don't mind the calcium and the vitamin D and I don't know, whatever. That's fine. It's not that big a deal. I don't need it. I get plenty of greens. I get plenty of minerals and vitamins and all that good stuff. But I'm not too big of a fan of the guar gum and all the thickeners and the emulsifying agents and the other junk that they add to it. I guess it's really not that big of a deal, but at the same time I would rather have it be as close to just like my soy milk. It's soybeans and water. I would like to have almonds and water. So I guess we'll try it both ways, and if it tastes like just way better to buy the almond milk, then I guess I'll just deal with the fact that it's got some additives in it. There's no sugar and there's no salt and there's no oil, so it's technically SOS free, so that's no biggie. But anyway, like I said, I'm not really impressed with the amount of junk in it, but at the same time it was, I think, $1.99 for, I think there's 4 cups in there. I think it's 32 ounces, something like that. And whereas the the almond powder that I bought has, it was like $11.99. It was really expensive. So I might have to look around for that if I decided that I'm going to continue doing that. I might need to find something a little less expensive because, whew, that's a lot of money. So anyway, I mean, it's a good sized jar, don't get me wrong. It's not a tiny little jar of almond powder, but it's still, that's a lot of money. This road is so bumpy. I don't know why I try and talk to you guys on this road, but anyway, I don't think I really have anything else going on tonight. I'm going to go home. My husband made some kind of stir-fried vegetable-y type thing, and he wasn't going to put sauce on it so that I could eat some if I wanted to and just put sauce on the kids' plates as he put them on the table and all that good stuff. So I don't think that's going to happen, though. I'm, as always, exhausted, and I would rather go home and just visit with my kids for a few minutes and then go to bed. That's kind of the story of my life when I'm working and I have to leave the house real early, but I don't really sleep very well, so I get up really early in the morning and blah, blah, blah. So I'm tired by this time of night. Anyway, I am on my way home, and I hope you guys have had a terrific day, and this is the end of day 2 for me, so I will catch you guys again tomorrow. Maybe in the morning. I'm hoping in the morning that I get up early enough that I can make a mushroom risotto, so I'll definitely plug you guys in for that, because the recipe looks like it would be very tasty. It's from Kathy Fisher's Straight Up Foods, or Straight Up Food. I'm not actually sure what it is, but from her website it looks like it's delicious. So I will hopefully be up probably by about 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning, in which case then I'll have plenty of time to make. The thing about risotto is that it takes a really long time if you make it correctly, because you have to add water and rice a little bit at a time. I think you add all of the rice, but then you add water like 1 cup at a time or something like that. But anyway, it ends up being extremely creamy if you do it correctly. So we'll see if I can do it correctly. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great night, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.